What is up, guys? It's Zippity Doodad. I'm back. I am back, and I am very excited. I cannot. I've missed you guys. I've missed you guys so much, and a lot of firsts. I have a new laptop. I'm streaming for the first time on the Zippity Doodad channel in the basement in the new studio. So of course I had to start the stream or the first episode with a slamming one, with a home run. And you know who it is a guest who is trying to make me laugh backstage right now. And it's very, very hard. But yeah, so I don't even know where to start. Well, how do we do this? The live place, theliveplace.com. Go check out Dean over at Dreamers Empire in theliveplace.com. He hosts a million family-friendly channels. Go check him out. Also, the D&T crew. They go live tomorrow night at 9 p.m. I don't know if their thumbnail's up, but I know what they're doing. You guys are gonna love them. Go check it out. They're always a good time. They're my brothers, Dave, Brandy, and Dave. They go live brand new now at 5:30 on Tuesday, right before me at 6:30. I know tonight we're doing 8 o'clock. It's a special night. I had to go prime time. I had to have the special night. But they go live, Brandy and Dave, dinner for two. Check them out, 5:30 Tuesdays. The Shep family. Storytime with Shep, 9:30 on Saturdays. And Shep's doing a everyday vlog type of challenge right now that he said he's going to put out maybe a full year's worth in a row without missing a day. God bless him. I don't know how he could do it, but he's crushing it. He's already got like 7 or 8 in a row. Go check out Shep and Steve from Steve's World. Went live last night, 8 o'clock on Mondays. Go check out Steve. And my partner channel, Meg, she goes live right after Steve at 9 p.m. on Mondays. They're awesome. And I want to thank all my members. I really appreciate all my members for being here. Let's get to the chat. Let's get to the chat because I can't wait to get this guy in here. Let's just, I pulled a little Steve and wrote down some names. I know I'm going to mess up, but we got Mike Whaler, Caitlin from Make It Blue, Downscale, Eric Lee, Dreamers Empire, Brian85, Herschel Lenny, Samantha Lowe, Jill Defer, It's Joey's World, Captain Akron, Rob Wieska, and then now I don't know where I left off. So let's check it out. I have Charles L., Donna JAWORSKI, Donna, what's going on? Bill Stefan, Tina McNeil, what's up? Tina, thanks for being here. Lisa, aka Mickey's Fan 71, thank you for being here. Joe S., welcome in. Kate Atwood, I missed you guys so much. Walter Grams, what up, Dougie? Good to see you, bud. Pickle Latrusky loves Disney. What's up, Pickle Latrusky? Mr. Toad. Jalen Ship. Aloha KAO808. Amy from AGC Magic TV. Triple P, what is up? Trip P, Timothy Rainwaters. Drea, what's up, Drea? Oh my God, you guys are all here to see the man. What's up, James Ryan? So I am super, super excited for our guest tonight. We all love him. You guys all love him. You know it. He's crushing it. Over 30,000 subscribers now. He's just killing it. His food reviews are second to none. His live streams are not only professional, genuine, and hilarious that mirror his personality. He is not only can I call this guy my friend, I can call him my brother. You guys know him by the guy with the perfect hair. My dude, Shep from the Shep family. What's up, Shep?
You got 5 minutes. Let's go.
Corey from Cory.
What's up, buddy?
What's up, Corey?
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. This is a lot of fun.
This is going to be a lot of fun. And we were talking backstage, and I was like, I haven't been nervous for a live stream in a while. And he's like, why are you nervous? And I'm like, you're like my childhood idol growing up.
What does that mean?
I have no idea.
It's official. I am Benjamin Button. That is so what's going on. Well, it's really awesome to be here. And like I said, your studio looks amazing. Like
Thank you.
It looks so good. I'm so jealous because I spent so much time on my studio, and then you just come in and blow it out of the water.
I just put a sign up. That was all I did.
Guys, listen, no matter what Zip tells you, I saw like the step-by-step progress of, you know what you should have done? You should have set up like the time lapse. Did you?
I didn't do the time lapse, but I did take a lot of videos, a lot of clips to put together a nice little vlog on the transition. I might do it with the baby's room and have like a double on like how it all took place.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's going to be coming out for sure.
That, I mean, it was a lot of work, guys. I know it was. I watched it step by step, all the sweat that went
all the Marco Polos. I missed a few live streams on Thursday night because I was down here, but I was listening to them for sure.
It was awesome though. So hard work pays off. It looks incredible,
and I'm very excited. The only thing is, and I gotta say this, God bless Nicole and PJ, because they ran up to the 3rd floor to watch a movie, because the floor, because I'm in the basement, it squeaks like a son of a gun. So you can hear everything. And I'm like, I'm gonna need to soundproof this. I haven't thought about the soundproofing. So we'll get to it one step at a time. And when the baby comes, I'm gonna have the baby crying the whole time as well.
Oh, that's all right.
And speaking of the baby, I just want to say, Cory, for someone that, like I said, I want to explain on how we met and everything, but I have to thank you right off the bat. I mean, you just got me to 2,000 subscribers with a snap of your finger, which I can't thank you enough for. But you
wasn't
also,
me. It was everyone.
Oh man, it was you. But you also, I'll never forget it. It was a few weeks ago. You were on a live stream and you congratulated not just me but my whole family on our on Nicole being pregnant and our announcement of our new baby coming this end of October. And you could just, that's what I like about you so much. You're just so very genuine, and the words, you're not just saying it just to say it. You can just tell it comes from the heart. And I just can't thank you enough, man. I love you, brother.
Well, you're very welcome, and I appreciate it. We love you, and your whole family is amazing, and just really awesome people. And it's so exciting. I know what it's like. It was only 4 years ago for us that our youngest Lucy was born, and I know how exciting it is. And we were just talking about it because I'm alone with the girls right now. Like right now.
And I hope they run in. That's okay.
Steph is not here right now, so it's always a challenge. And I was telling Zip, and you're about to start this all over again.
and I forgot everything. It's been over 8 years, and it went by like that. But I come home today and I see not one but 2 strollers in the living room now put together, and there's baby stuff coming through Amazon left and right, and I'm like, oh boy, this is happening.
Oh yeah, it's a lot has probably changed in 8 years too. Like 8 years ago, they didn't have colored video monitors. You just had like walkie-talkies that you used to talk to the
That's
baby.
How old it was. I was like, I was like 45.
There was no video monitors. It was just, you listened to listen for taps from the other room.
We had like those cups, and we put it up against we would put a string in the cup, and I would talk to Nicole from a different room. And Nicole, speaking of Nicole, she's here, and there's so many here. There's 124 people, Cory. All here to see you, buddy. Ella Schumum, Stacy Rogers, Mickey's Magic Meg. What's up, guys? Thank you so much for being here. And I wanted to start off on, because it's a funny story on how we met. Now, I started following you, and back in the day, Shep and I, he would tell me all the great like YouTubers out there. But I saw you in your food reviews and everything, and they were just awesome. And I started like getting into your chat and talking as much as possible, and I've saved so many clips of you saying my name, or if I super chatted you and I saved that clip, I would take Nicole's phone and I would record it, and she'll tell you, I would record it on my phone, you saying it, because I was just like in awe that someone that I looked up to through the Disney community was shouting me out on YouTube. And then when you made me a moderator on April 26th, which was before Steve from Steve's World.
April 26th. You remember
April
the
26th. I remember dates. I have to tell you, Nicole can't pull a fast one on me. If she gets a new shirt, I notice it. If she does a new hairstyle, I notice it, but I compliment her on it. I know all kinds of dates. I remember everything. We were just recently talking about a story with my brother-in-law, and it was over a year and a half ago. I was like, oh yeah, I remember that. And you had McDonald's that night. He goes, how do you remember that? And it was just like, I remember things. But yes, April 26th. But not only April 26th, you made me a mod. The first time I met you was May 19th. And it was at Typhoon Lagoon. And we haven't met yet. You see me in the chat. That's all, some strange old guy meet me at a water park, right? But you were late. You were coming in, you're like, oh man, the line was, I remember that line because it was a pass holders night. The line was out the door. And you were like, I'll be another 15, 20 minutes, blah, blah, blah. And Nicole and PJ were doing the slides, and I was by myself. I'm like, dude, I'm waiting for you. I don't care if it's to the end of this Typhoon Lagoon pass holders night. I want to meet you so bad. You came in, and it was great. We got a little picture and everything like that. But the one thing I remember is, and I just went back and screenshot it, you asked my advice for your logo. You sent me a picture, and I got it right here.
Oh, no, he's got it. What was it?
You sent me this picture.
Man,
right
you
here.
remember so much. I don't remember anything. Oh,
And you
and
sent me
for the Cory Meets World logo.
Yes.
Yes.
And you said, which one of these three you like? And I'm like, Nicole, Cory's asking me what logo he wants. I'm like, bottom left. And you're like, all right, I love it. And he goes, I said, oh my God, it looks just like me, except the hair.
That's
But it was
awesome. I don't even remember that.
It was, I remember it because it was a special moment. Oh, I guess it wasn't for you though. So no, I'm just kidding.
No, you know, it's funny because we always talk about the very first mod was Arjon's. Richie was our very first moderator, and it was just because he was there and I didn't have any mods, and he's like, hey, you should make me a moderator. So I made him a moderator, and then yeah, there he is. He's always watching, always. he's everywhere. So he became the mod, and then we, some more mods just joined kind of naturally. Donna joined in, and it was just kind of just natural based on people being in the stream. But I remember specifically, I remember you. There we go. We're back.
I was like, oh my God, is that me already?
He's gone. No, I remember you coming into the streams, and I remember you being so active in the streams and just commenting and just being a part of it. And when I decided I needed to add another moderator, it was like right away. Told Steph, I'm going to add Zippity Doodad. And she goes, do you even know who this guy is? And I'm like, oh, he's in the stream, and he's been doing a really good job. So
I didn't let you down, though. I didn't let you down.
No, you didn't. You didn't. And it's crazy to think that it all kind of started with that. And it's like how the whole YouTube thing is. We talk about what the greatest part about all this is, and it's the friendships and the relationships and stuff. And now we're like, I don't know. It's like not strangers anymore.
Not at all. And let me get to just Pete's super chat real quick. Pete, you're amazing, buddy. Pete 499. Two men with incredible character, impeccable integrity. The model of leadership. There's a lot of big words here, Pete. The model of leadership as a father and loyalty as a husband. Now, Zip, stop drooling over Cory.
Thank you, Pete. We appreciate that very much.
And if you didn't see Pete's stream the other night with Meg, I mean, that is like one of my favorite shows of the week now. Pete crushes it. Ryan McDowell, what's up, buddy? So Cory, let's get back to you. I know a lot of people know, but if they're watching you for the first time, when did you start YouTubing? What got you into it, and your love for Disney?
Someone told me the other day, happy 3-year anniversary on YouTube. And I was like, well, again, thank you for remembering the date, because I don't remember anything. And that was, I think, 3 years from channel
May,
start,
right?
I think.
Was it in May?
I don't know. Do you know?
I think it was in May, because I was listening to your Disfluences podcast with Brandy and Dave from a year ago.
Got it. So, and we started out early. Kind of the long story short is we started making a couple of videos. I dragged Stephanie into it. I said, let's do this. She said, oh, that's weird. Why would you want to do that? And because I thought it would be fun. And because I had watched Disney, we grew up here in Central Florida, and Disney has always been kind of like here and just part of your life living in Florida. But we didn't go like all the time to Disney. That was kind of a rarity. Stephanie actually went more than I did as a kid. But then once we had children, it started to become more appealing, and we started going more. And then I fell like crazy in love with Disney. And it was not even at that point, it wasn't even all about the children. It was just how much I loved being there and enjoying it. And Steph and I have always been kind of the foodie type. We would always kind of consider ourselves foodies. So doing a lot of research, watching videos on dining reviews and that sort of thing. And there was a couple things that kind of led to us making them. One of them was Taylor started watching them because I was watching YouTube videos. So she started watching them. That's our oldest. She's 6 now. And she would watch a lot of Tim Tracker and other people. And I started thinking, man, you know, I like doing video editing stuff and that could be fun. And so I just decided to give it a try. And I remember it was our very first video that we did was at Ohana. And I just had a camera, I just had my cell phone, and it was an older cell phone too. So like the camera quality was bad. And the audio was bad. But I told Steph, I'm just going to do this. And neither of us knew what in the world we were doing. And it's so awkward. The video is so awkward to even go back and watch, but we did it and we put it out there, and I started getting comments of people saying how much they enjoyed it. And I'm like, really? You really like this? And we did a couple more. And then it just, even though we were getting some good feedback on it, it just, I don't know. I wasn't connecting enough with it and didn't have enough interest into really like pushing forward and doing a bunch. And so we just kind of stopped doing them. And then I remember the Flower and Garden Festival rolled around, and I had an opening day off from work, and I decided, hey, I'm going to go film this, and went and filmed it, did the opening day thing, and then came home and told Steph, I had a great time doing this. I think that we can, that the quality will get better as we go. Let's just start for like 2 or 3 months and just do at least one thing a week, post one thing a week for like 2 or 3 months and see how it goes. And so we started doing that. And it kind of like started just steamrolling it, and you get kind of addicted to it. I was having so much fun making the videos and editing them and getting them out there. And that's where it went from there. And then the community started growing, and not only growing with new viewers, but growing with you know, meeting friends and people in the community. And all of that together just made it something that I couldn't stop doing. And that was long before we ever live streamed. Those were just vlogs and dining reviews at that point. But that's how it all started.
Oh, and I love it. And everyone's commented about the button-up shirt in the chat.
Look at that. He's like getting all fancy. Like I had like a polo in my hand, and I'm standing there.
We were talking as we were getting dressed.
Exactly. I was brushing my teeth there, but we were, you know, I'm sitting there, standing there in the closet, and I had a polo in my hand, a gray polo, and I'm looking at it. And I'm like, no, that's too fancy for Zip's stream.
Well, see, I'm wearing the button up, not only because it's Cory, but it's the first live stream in the basement. It's the first Zippity Doodad live.
It's perfect.
I couldn't wear just a zip shirt. You know what I mean? I had to come out a little classy.
I love it. I love it.
So speaking of gear, do you mind talking about a little bit of the gear that you use? Because I know you were saying you used to use your cell phone. I know you've come a long way from that. I personally, that's all I use still is my cell phone. I'm a little behind, but I think if I was living down in Disney and shooting a lot more down in Disney, I would definitely, you know, up my game a little bit. But I mean, the phone's come a long way as well. But yeah, I would love to hear all your gear, what you use.
I got the bag.
I've seen that bag. I
have never shown anyone the inside of my blogging bag. So this is like a first. Right here on the stream, on Zippity Doodad stream, you are going to see the inside. Man, it is messy in here.
Hold on. I'm going to have to present you for this. I want to see this bag.
Okay. Okay. Here we go. So this is I can't tip it or everything will fall out. This is the vlogging bag. So this is the, you know, it's your standard camera bag, but it gets heavy, man. You're especially dragging this thing around Epcot doing a, you know, festival review. But you know, I started out, this was the first camera that I bought, and I haven't changed since then. I have upgraded and got other lenses, but this is the Canon T7i, and it's a DSLR. It had dual pixel autofocus. It was kind of the first big change in Canon's autofocus system in this line when it came out. So it was kind of a big deal. But when we stream, when we vlog, this is the lens I use most of the time. So this is it's a 10 to 18 millimeter, like a wide angle lens, which is really nice because it allows me to kind of get right up on Stephanie, or she can get right up on me with the mic on top, and it still looks wide, you know. And when we're vlogging the two of us and I'm holding it out like this, we can easily get everyone in frame, which is pretty cool too.
You must have a steady hand.
Yes. Well, it's got good stabilization, but yes, when we are messing up in our vlogs and I'm sitting there holding it like this for a long period of time, things start to shake, and sometimes you can't see it. I can see it in the vlogs, but you can't see my hand. But this hand goes down here on my elbow, and I'm sitting there holding it with my elbow with both hands when we're long-winded. But yeah, so I use that. I got a little pancake lens, a little 24 millimeter. This is good for B-roll shots of food. This is the standard like kit lens, and then this one I upgraded to right before the D23 Expo, and that was just, I wanted to get a more telephoto. This is a 55 to 250 that I could use to get shots of people on stage when we went to the panels and stuff. And I've used this for a lot of B-roll too. It's really neat because with a more of a zoom lens, you can just get shots that not only can you get closer in on something, but you can frame a shot that you never could before, because you can't really get it unless you're zoomed in. And so going around the World Showcase in the Magic Kingdom, Animal Kingdom, there's a lot of cool shots that you can get with that. But for the mic, there it is. This the
see, that's what I need. With
the video
using a phone, it's terrible to get the audio.
Yes, it is. And this is the video micro. So it's a Rode video micro. It just goes right on top, and then it plugs in, and it's got the wind guard on it, so it can be blowing really hard and you can't hear any of the wind at all. So again, still kind of it's definitely an upgrade from using some people's setups. I would say it's still kind of a basic setup, but it works for us and works for what we do, and it's all about knowing how to use the camera and how to take advantage of the settings and everything to get the shots you want. But that is that's the vlogging setup right there.
I love it. And actually, I got a couple of questions about it. But first, I do have a phone call. Someone just called from Baltimore, Maryland, and they have a question. Go ahead, caller, you're on.
Hold on. Before I deal with him, I just want to let you know, I'm here at the D&T office right now, sitting at your desk. Nobody's offered me the position. I'm just taking it, and I can't find anything. This place is a mess. There's Propecia everywhere. You got pictures of Ariel on your desk and not your wife. I pull open the drawer. You got Ballerina Steve pictures all in here. All these pictures of Steve and makeup. You got a journal about how Dave's your hero. I can't find anything. I'm livid right now. How am I supposed to take this job and work in this complete mess? What is a pavilion anyway? You got all these things about pavilions. Look, Cory's question is this. He didn't answer the Whoopi question before. When am I going to get the answer on the Whoopi question?
Oh,
That's all I
God.
want to know. I'm going back to work here and trying to figure out what is going on in this office because it's a complete mess. Goodbye.
Wow.
Whoa, that was unexpected, Pete.
That guy. So you guys need to get a security system over at the D&T office.
Oh my God. Oh my God. He's just the best.
So I didn't answer the question before, and I'm not going to answer it now. So
yes, you don't have to. You don't have
call wasted.
Call wasted. But Cory, you're B-roll, right? I mean, you and the Disney World couple, you guys have like the best B-roll out on YouTube. Is what I noticed that. And did you go to school? I mean, can you go to school for something like that? I know you like to take your water shots. I love how you'll get a far away shot and then you zoom in on like the Florida Fresh sign at like Food and Wine Festival, and just and the music just goes perfectly. And do you get the music before? Like, how do you pick your music too? I need to know more about.
You're making me miss the dining reviews a lot because I love the process of making them, and we haven't done one in a while. And that's on my next
outline. So we're gonna
get there. So we haven't done one in a while, and I'm missing that. But yeah, so I'm sure there's videography classes that you could take to learn stuff. For me, it was again, like I said, I'm big foodies, me and Stephanie, and so we watch a lot of Food Network stuff. And when we started, when when I started getting into doing more of the editing and kind of planning out shots and making shot lists and stuff, because I do that sort of thing because I'm nerdy. When we started doing that, I started researching the structure of how I wanted to do that. So watching things like Drivers, Dine-Ins and Dives, Drive-Ins, Diners and Dives, other food shows, and seeing how they do B-roll of food, just other TV shows and seeing how they do. We're watching like the home, like a lot of the home shows on the home network, and I forget what are they on the Discovery? No, HGTV. So watching a lot of those and seeing how they do B-roll in between stuff and how they transition audio with speaking voice and interviews and that sort of thing. And so I just started taking notes. So we would watch those shows and I would take notes of, oh, let's try transitioning, me speaking before I actually change over to the next clip. Or, when I'm introducing the restaurant, let's cut from a wide angle to an up close of the sign and then a B-roll of them making the food. Like,
Yeah.
All of those were things I just basically stole from watching TV and then put what works together in our videos. The music absolutely is it's a mix. Sometimes we have picked music beforehand. And I've told the story before. I haven't done this that much. I did it maybe 2 or 3 times where I picked the song beforehand and then I shot the B-roll with the music playing in earbuds. So I actually shot the B-roll to the tempo of the music, which was just way overkill and crazy. Stephanie's like, "You're crazy. Stop that." So I stopped doing that. But now sometimes I'll pick it beforehand. But now a lot of times I'll take what I want to be like the first 3 clips, because I focus a lot on like the first 10 seconds of the videos. So what I know, I want the first 3 transitional clips, pulling tracks, audio tracks in, and then and playing with them and see which one has the best impact, and then go with that. I also like to find tracks that have a nice, like, repeatable hook to them, because I know I'm going to fade in and out of it throughout the video. I want a nice repeatable hook. I want it to have a nice ending, but then also I like, depending on if it's a longer video, like a festival video, I want to have a place in the middle of the song where it kind of drops off and it, like, the tempo drops down a little bit.
Yeah.
That way it kind of breaks up the video. When you get to that, it feels like you feel the progression of the song. As the
it's Cory and Stephanie.
Exactly. and then the tempo goes down and then it just bam right back into it, with like the monorail flying by. Like, just again, it's about keeping the attention throughout, because I focus a lot on our channel about retention, and watch time is a big focus on the channel for me, in the way that I edit videos and the way that I plan how I do live streams. All of that is focused on retention. And right now, I just looked at it actually today, our channel as a whole has an average watch time. So out of all the views, like, we've had 20,000 plus views in the last 48 hours. Of all of those views, the average watch time per click is over an hour on the channel, which is unbelievable. And we're so fortunate to have that. And that's why I work really hard on keeping that up high, like keeping that watch time and that engagement rate higher. And so that's why I focus a lot on the music and the editing. But yeah, there's a lot there. Probably, again, it's very nerdy. There's a lot that goes into that.
Thank you, Herschel Lenny. $2 super chat. Love you, Cory and Zip. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. And your B-roll, and I didn't even know what B-roll was until Dave told me it back in the day when I had my first vlog out of Splash Mountain, and I didn't even know I was doing B-roll. I was just trying to get like a little clips here and there, and I love it. I don't have the gear like you, so it doesn't look as good, but I kind of have like this, what I want to shoot. And it's watching you and Nate and the Walt Disney World couple. It's just, it's inspiring. And I'm taking notes from you guys because it's just flawless.
And we all have different like takes on it. It's what's so cool. Like, I love Nate's videos. I love like his style. It's so different than anyone else's, and he does such a great job with them. But yeah, everyone's and Josh and Taylor do an amazing job too. I mean, I wish that I was as good at B-roll as what Josh is. Josh is fantastic
Yeah, he
at
is
B-roll. And they've got like that's why I said there's people who have much better equipment than what I have. My camera's cool. Their camera is like, you know, TV studio camera. Their equipment's pretty amazing. There's been a few times where Josh and I have been in the park alone filming at the same time, and like we'll help each other. We'll go around and I'll film him with his camera for his vlog, and then he'll film me for our vlog, and we'll kind of like we're each other's cameraman for the day.
That's funny.
And I remember he hands me his camera, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is what a real camera feels like.
And it was funny, the night of the Typhoon Lagoon Passover event, right before I saw you, I saw Josh and Taylor. Actually, it was just Josh. He was set up. I didn't go and talk to him. I knew who he was. I didn't go and talk to him, but Nicole pointed him out, and it was funny because I knew you weren't there for the vlogging though. I don't think you vlogged that, right? You were just there for the fun.
No, yeah, we were just there for fun.
But let's get back to the Saturday food reviews, because it's something that my wife and I would look forward to. Saturday mornings, I would go out and grab coffee. We'd lay in bed and we'd start our Saturdays with Cory and Steph, and it was always a pleasure because the food and wine festivals. Every time the food and wine festivals, like opening day, it was great because everyone's throwing out tons of content on being first or just getting it out there. Sometimes you'll go open a day most times, but you won't put it out till like the next day. You get it perfect, you get it crisp, and like you say, people are watching what you're putting out. But we miss it, Cory. So is it coming back anytime soon now that the parks are opening? And what do you got for us?
Yes, there will be more dining reviews. There's actually, I've been saying on the streams that I have one film that I just haven't had the time to get it edited yet. And it's the honest truth. Things have been crazy. We obviously we stopped doing them during the shutdown, so that was kind of the last of them. It's kind of funny because when you think back the way the timing all worked out, I don't remember when the last one was that we did right before the shutdown, but then things shut down, and we have done two since then. I think we did Raglan Road was our first one back at Disney Springs,
and that was the first time you ever eaten there.
It was, and I believe that was the first. I believe that was before the parks actually opened back up. That was just right after Disney Springs opened back up, and then we did Sanaa recently on mine and Taylor's birthday, which was I say recently, back in July, and that was the last one that we've actually published. And after the parks reopened, we went really hard there for a while live streaming. We live streamed. I figured it out. It was an insane amount of hours in 1 week. It was like 42 hours in a week we streamed.
But you got like 10,000 subscribers, I think, in that week.
It was insane. It was crazy. It was well worth it. We got to connect with a lot of new people, which was awesome. But yeah, and that it really pushed me behind in other things that I had going on. And then it's kind of been this a lot of, we've been fortunate, at least me and the work that I do. I've talked about before that I work in technology, and what I work in has not been impacted as much as what others have during what's happened. And we've actually become more busy because of what we do. So I have been so busy, and it's always been for us this work life, or this YouTube real life balance. And right, there was a time when I was doing 2 vlogs and a live stream a week. Like we were able to do that. Like we were cranking them out for a couple months there. Right. And it wasn't sustainable. We couldn't do it with everything else going on. I mean, the most important thing is taking care of family here, taking care of work, and then the YouTube stuff comes after that. So it's still very much a hobby. And right now I'm focused 100% on the live stream every Thursday. That is like such a highlight of the week. to be able to do that and to join with everyone and have that time. And that will continue to be my primary focus, is making sure that we stay consistent on Thursdays with streams. But there is more dining reviews coming, and I'm going to get back to that Saturday morning release. There were so many people who, like you, loved watching them on Saturday mornings. Like, it became a thing. And so I do want to get back to that. We got the one that's ready to release. And then we got some really cool stuff coming up here in the next couple of weeks. And during that time, we're planning on filming a handful of stuff. So expect there to be dining reviews from places we've never been before, but are really excited to go to. And also some more resort tours coming up. I know people have really enjoyed the resort tours too. So that's coming up here shortly too. So yeah, so there will be a lot. It'll be a lot of filming within like a 2-week period. And then it'll be about processing them and getting them out. But they definitely going to come. Who's the beard oil for?
Thank you, Trippy. $2.99 super chat for the beard oil. Yes, I started growing it a couple of weeks ago. It grows quick, and I don't think it's going to go away anytime soon. Although I know the wifey's not too happy about it, but I think I'm going to keep it again. So pick one. If there was one that you haven't done that you were dying to do, what dining review, what restaurant would you want to pick?
Oh man. There's a few on the list there that so a couple of them are, well, yeah. So Shula's, never done Shula's. And Le Cellier in Canada, never done it. And when we were in Epcot the other day, Donna was like, "Are you kidding me? You've never been here?" And I've always heard really good things about it, but never went and reviewed it. So something we definitely want to go review. Flying Fish over on the boardwalk.
I haven't been to either of the places you're talking about right
Really?
now. I'm dying to try all of them.
So that's another one that I really want to go and review. The 2 shows we've never done Hoop-de-Doo review, and we've never done the Spirit of Aloha. So I would love to go review either one of those. I think it would be so much fun. Yeah, see, the Ryan McDowell, they ended up doing, he had reached out to me and asked me, and I had never been to Shula's. I recommended it because I had heard so many good things about it. And they had a great dinner over there. So that's awesome. So yeah, those are some that I would like to do. And bring. So maybe one of those might be on the list.
Have you been to STK? Because I would love for you to do one there.
STK.
We've been there once, and it was phenomenal. I don't know how good a vlog would be or a review because the music's very loud at night. And it's like a 5-star restaurant, but there's loud music like you're in a club. So I think it would be a fun one to do. Definitely check it out. I thought the food was delicious. I've heard mixed reviews, but I love it.
Right now, they have Magical Dining Month going on here in Orlando, which is something pretty cool that a lot of people don't know about. And there are a bunch of restaurants around or the Orlando area that have a prefixed menu. It's all 3 courses, no matter where you go. It's 3 courses, and you get to pick from, each category. They'll have select items, and it's $35 flat. All the places, wow. $35. And so there's a bunch of places doing it. There's some on Disney property, a few in Disney Springs that are doing it. I know Wolfgang Puck's Bar and Grill is one of them. The one that's really interesting is Haleo is doing it. And that's one that we've never been to. And what's interesting is that because of their kind of like tapas style restaurant, instead of 3 courses, it's actually 5 courses. I'm sure they're small, but 5 courses for $35 at a restaurant that is notoriously expensive. So yeah, there's some options around right now around Disney property that a lot of people may not know that have these fixed price $35 menus that go on through, I believe, the beginning of October. So wow. Definitely worth checking out if you're coming to town and see. And there's some really good ones off property as well. But Disney's included there.
So you mentioned, I was going to bring it up. You mentioned about the resorts. You've also done vlogs that were completely not Disney at all. You did was it Dollywood, the Grand Canyon, and the Gaylord Palms, or that's basically on Disney property though, right?
And
The
it's not,
ice.
it's close, but it's not on Disney property. But
Okay.
yes, we did the Christmas ice thing there. Yeah, we've done some stuff outside of we did like a vlog around Nashville, Tennessee, eating the food around Nashville. Dollywood was one that was very popular. People really enjoyed that. We just, like yesterday, I got a message from someone saying that they had just got back from Dollywood and that they went because of that video.
That's awesome.
To
Well, that's
which I forwarded the screenshot of that to the lady in Dollywood and said, "You want to have us back?
Right?
Is there a loyalty program here that I can be a part of?"
But once you
So
start traveling again, do you want to do more? I know when you go on vacation, you kind of want to get away
Mhm.
from, it's, you kind of like your second job, but
Yeah.
and it's nice to relax with the family and Stephanie and the kids. But I know you must have an itch if you go somewhere you've never been, and you
Mhm.
kind of probably want to try to vlog it a little bit. Do you? I know right now is not a great time to travel and do things, but in the future, are you going to do some more
I want
stuff like
to.
that?
I want to do more, living here in Central Florida, we have really easy access to cruising. We got two ports. We've got, well, three, four really, because getting down to Fort Lauderdale and Miami is really easy for us too. So, but Port Canaveral, straight shot over Tampa. So you can easily jump on cruises without a lot of like added travel expense. Like a lot,
Mhm.
like if you wanted to go on a cruise, you'd have to travel to down here, and we don't have all that. So being able to just drive over and hop on a cruise is pretty awesome. So I would love to do. A lot of people may not know it. We've talked about it in our stream some before, but Stephanie and I have done a lot of cruises in the past, a lot, and um, we went on some really amazing ones not too long ago, before everything kind of closed down. And I really would love to uh, really do some in-depth videos about cruising, specifically around Royal Caribbean. That's kind of
Mhm.
our cruise line of choice. And there's some really amazing experiences that you can get. And food wise, we went on Symphony of the Seas, was the last one we went on, which was the newer of the Oasis class ships, and went out of Miami. And the food we had on there was just, it was unbelievable. Like
I heard all cruises are like unbelievable food.
I mean, a lot of cruises, given there's always going to be a lot of food. What we got from the Symphony that we didn't get on other ships was more of a variety. There's like 22 restaurants on board, and the service was just out of this world. So we spent a lot of time eating on the ship, and what's cool is that with a lot of ships, dining is like included, right? That's all part of the deal. That's part of cruising. So you got the main dining room and then usually some other like quick service stuff. But with something like Symphony, they've got all of these upcharge restaurants. There's like 22 restaurants on board. It's insane. But they have packages where you can prepay for, basically you can eat at any of the upcharge restaurants as many times as you want,
Wow.
basically. And so, and it's something like $200 a person for a 7-day cruise. And I know a lot of people go, man, why would I want to pay $200 when I've already got all the food I want included?
Right.
Because we really enjoy that variety and that higher upscale experience. You're not in the big main dining room. You're in, a smaller, more intimate setting. And that's our entertainment. We always say that we eat our entertainment money, because we do. It's just what we do. It's what we enjoy. But yes, so I could go on forever about cruising.
No, that's fine.
That's what I want to do. I'd love to do some vlogs about cruising, and potentially do some videos too. I mean, it all connects. Even if it's not a Disney cruise, it connects back to kind of the Central Florida travel destination. You can come, you can do the parks, and you can jump on a cruise all in the same week. I mean, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I highlighted Nicole's comment there about convincing me to go on a cruise. I saw the movie Poseidon, and I'm
Wait,
like,
you're scared to go on a cruise?
I won't go on a cruise. I
You
just
will
never.
when we do. We've already decided that there's going to be a zombie camp cruise, and
Okay, and this,
yeah,
I well, I don't. I'll
you'll do
try.
it.
I'll
You'll do
try.
it.
There's like a few ways I don't.
Tell Zip we want to get him on a cruise. How awesome would it be to see Zip like super nervous getting on a cruise?
That would be a good vlog. That would be a great vlog for
so
D&T. That would be
and
awesome.
we can have the Sugar Plum Fairy hold your hand as you're walking across the gangway onto the cruise.
Oh my god! Now, and you know, it would be great if we could get the sugar, like the send off at the closing of the vlog. We could have the moon setting, and then the Sugar Plum Fairy just floating out to the sea.
You're gonna throw the Sugar Plum Fairy off the cruise? Is that what you're saying?
I guess so. We usually kill them in every video, right?
True. That's so true.
One more question I have about live streaming before we get to your home stream. I got a lot of home stream questions for you, but you've done the expo. You've gone opening day to the food and wine festivals, any of the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party, the Christmas parties, a new ride that opens up. You're there and you're vlogging it or you're live streaming. Do you get nervous or do you get like anxiety before the night before one of these events is opening, just to get the perfect shots, whether you're doing the vlog or if you're going live, making sure that everything is okay and YouTube's not going to go down or there's going to be some technical difficulty? Do you get a little anxiety or are you nervous?
Not as much of the vlog for the vlogging anymore. Like there was a time I was nervous every time I held a camera in front of my face because I felt just totally out of place. Vlogging now for me is like it was no problem. Like I don't feel nervous at all. I do still get so there's two different parts to it. Like this Thursday, as I'm driving to the parks, depending on the day, I might like naturally kind of feel a little nervous about starting the stream. And it's a weird nervousness where it's like, I don't feel like, it's not like I'm nervous things are going to go wrong. A lot of times it's like, what am I going to talk about for 3 hours? Like I'm tired or I've had like a long day at work and I'm like, how is this going to go? Like there's so many unknowns because you go into it just like, hey, I'm here, I'm alive. I'm kind of like on display, you know, and I'm ready to go. But that is what I get nervous about sometimes. Now, there have been, we went to cover the 30th anniversary of Hollywood Studios, and I was so excited. We got in there early. I got right up against the stage. They're about to make this big grand announcement about the new logo, which ended up not being really that grand of an announcement. But no one really knew what was going to happen. And I'm like, hey, it's right against the stage. And as soon as the thing started, the signal just died.
For everyone, too. I remember this.
For everyone.
Disney
did it. Yeah, they can do it. And so that was frustrating. To the point to where you almost just want to like give up. Like even Stephanie was like, you know, you tried, you did your best. And I'm like, no, they're not going to win. Like I get so like frustrated. I'm like, no, and we're going to keep going. Hey, it might take us a half an hour till the signal's back until we can do it. But I was there for the long haul. That ended up being our longest stream ever. We went for 13 hours.
Wow.
And was one of my favorite streams we ever did. And it started with like, you know, that hard thing that we had to work through, that if we wouldn't have worked through it, we wouldn't have gained that awesome stream. So after that moment, which was some time ago now, I've learned to, and because of everyone here, this amazing community of people who are perfectly fine with and understanding and forgiving when something like that happens. They know it's live and you only have so much control over it. And because of that, I've become less worried about that. I know I just kind of go with the flow. Like, you know, if it lags, it lags, and we'll do our best to get it back. And I know that everyone will be there. I know there's been times when we've had like over 2,000 people watching, and then it lags down, and you know, you look at the numbers and it's like, oh, there's like 200 people here now, and then like 30 seconds later, there's more people watching than there was before. And you're like, wow, everyone came back. And that means something. That means that people are connected enough and enjoying it enough when you really think about that, right? Like there's 2,200 people watching. The signal goes down. There's 200 people there. That means over 2,000 people decided they were enjoying it enough that they hit the refresh button to keep
Which is
watching.
insane.
Like, how awesome is that? Like, it's so crazy. It's like, I don't know. Thinking about that just makes me feel so humbled that people would do that.
Well,
But
I mean, you would never know. I've been on the behind the scenes with you a few times through texting and live with you, and things don't always go right, but you would never know it. You put out that vibe where you're never upset. No one could ever tell if you were mad, because I've never really seen you mad ever. But you're very positive, and it's just, you make people feel good about themselves. I just think you're just very likable, and that's why I think people just keep coming back. I mean, it's a no-brainer, and I know you've had issues before with the chat, but you just, you go with it. Like you say, you go with the flow, and it's flawless, and you do a great job of it. Home streams, dude. You got those set up right there, right?
You want to get me? You want to get me to do a home stream? You invite me on your stream, and I almost went and did it like at Disney just so I could say, "Yep, you make me do a home stream."
Now I've seen it in the chat, and it was on my list. I got to bring it up. The singing stream. You promised everyone the singing stream. Is it coming out soon? I'm sorry to put you on the spot there.
It is. It will be. Especially so now that we are kind of holding some things off, especially because we knew there would be a time when we couldn't make it into the parks and we were going to have to do some home streams. And then when Disney announced that they were going to change the hours of the parks and close so much earlier, we knew that there's going to be some weeks coming up here where it just doesn't make sense for us to go into the parks and stream for an hour when the parks close. So with that, we know there's going to be some more home streams. So we're going to bring back some more of the cooking streams at home because people have been asking for those. So we're going to do another cooking stream. I will be doing the singing stream in the beginning because of the pandemic and stuff. Like, it was hard to get things. There were certain things that you just couldn't get. Like, for all those home streams that we did, like, it took week after week, we'd get another piece of equipment because it was so delayed. And then the one thing that I really wanted was a new microphone. And we got the new microphone. Nice. It was, I wanted it and I couldn't get it, the one that I wanted, because it was on back order. It took over a month and a half to get it. But we have it now. And so I've got the mic. We've got everything that we need. So we're you got a nice
setup. I saw her behind the scenes. You have like 92 computers in front of you, 72 lights. It's pretty awesome. What about the interviews? The Chef Art Smith, Yeehaw Bob, Tom Nabel. Do you want to do some more interviews? Because you're my like Walt Disney. This is my you're my interview, like top notch interviewer. Now you are going up even further where you get actual legit people. Do you have anything else planned, or anybody else you want to interview that you would love to get on your show?
Sure. I mean, it was something I thought of. I was like, you know what? It would be interesting to talk to someone and interview someone. And you do these streams on This and That. You guys have done streams where you talk and interview people. But I'd never done that before. Like, I had never had an interview with anybody like in that fashion, like where you're live, it's all on you to keep the interview going. And so I had scheduled that interview with Bob, and you talk about nervous. I was scared to death. I was like, what the heck? How am I going to? And first thought, and also with Yeehaw Bob is very much like, you don't even know what he's going to do.
It was really like the best interview ever.
The guy is so energetic, and you just don't even, like, I told him beforehand, I said, Bob, listen, I've never told anyone this. I said, Bob, I said the stream, I want it to be about you as a person and as a musician and about your career. It doesn't, I said, I don't want you to feel like it has to be about Yeehaw Bob, the character. Like, I want to interview you and about kind of your life, because I find it fascinating, like his experience and how he learned to compose and stuff. And I said, so I want to do that. And I said, so I specifically told him, I said, Bob, so don't feel like you need to put on the whole the whole outfit and stuff, like with the tie and stuff. Like, you don't need to do that. I don't need to feel like you can just dress down really relaxed and let's kind of do like Bob Unplugged, you know? And I flipped the thing over to him and he's like, like playing the "We love Cory, yes, we love you, Cory." And I'm like, this is amazing. And from that point, I'm like, I don't even know what to do.
Now I want to go watch that.
I'm like, you gotta watch it, because when you look at my face,
no,
I'm
I
like,
watched it. I want to do it again. I want to go see it again.
my face, I'm like, I don't even know what to do now. Like, once he did that, I'm like, how am I supposed to even like? I don't know. Is he gonna answer questions? But Bob is amazing. Such an incredible, and it's crazy. Out of all that, after all that time now, me and Bob talked yesterday.
No way.
Yes, and
he's doing good.
He's doing well. He's been doing his streams from home on Facebook, which you guys should go watch if you don't. But yeah, he touches base with me, and I love it. And I'm really excited when the resort opens back up over there. We will be there opening night to support Bob and his show 100%. And so yeah, Bob's amazing. So it got kind of back to the whole thing. After doing that, we got a really good feedback. I felt more comfortable, and so started reaching out to some more people. And to my surprise, people were saying yes and agreeing to come on. And I was like, wow, this will be awesome. And we had Tom Nabby, and he was just
awesome,
incredible. Disney legend. And then my foodie side was like, man, we got to talk to Chef Art Smith if we can get him on here. And Art was right away, right on board. So I had so much fun. Again, it was all out of the fact that we couldn't go to Disney. So, you know, the what I thought was going to be a really difficult time for trying to create content, because we're kind of, that's what we do, is we go to the parks and stuff. So kind of coming up with a different format and doing stuff at home and building out the studio, which wasn't here for the majority of that
wasn't
time.
an easy studio to build. Yours.
There's a lot of work.
Sign up. You took a long time back there.
Yeah, there's a lot of work. This is not a green screen. It's a full on like textured wall with lights. I mean, there's a lot that went into it. And so at this point, will there be more interviews? I have a handful of people that are kind of at the top of my list. And a few of them I have not reached out to. Some I have. One, I got a response back. I'm not going to say who it was. It's someone that everyone here knows. And
our Johns.
And they wanted, I just wanted to do an interview. I wanted to promote them, help them maybe sell some stuff, just because they're really interesting. And they wanted $500 for the interview.
Oh, wow.
And so that was the first one that actually gave me a fee and said, sure, for $500. And I'm like, yeah, I'll pass.
Oh, man.
So that's happened. But there has been one that I've talked to a couple times and just never really nailed down a time. But then there's others that are on my short list that I just have not reached out to, and I need to reach out to and just make it happen. So again, it all falls into that.
Yeah.
You only have so much time. And
we love your home streams. I mean, those were great. So you'll still get over 2,000 plus, I believe, with those as well. Real quick, I just wanted to touch base a little bit on, it was extreme. It came from you with the Beverly Challenge, your idea of doing that for Give Kids the World. You did an amazing stream with the mini golf for Give Kids the World, which I won. Then golf came into your life a little bit. You've been to Top Notch a little bit. Was that your first time golfing when we went in zombie camp on a real golf course?
Yeah, that was my first time ever on a golf course.
And I taught you a lot, right? I helped you out.
Zip was, I mean, if you ever want to learn what not to do, just go with Zip. And it was actually really good to go my first time with Zip and go, wow, if that's what the average person does, I'm going to do the opposite. No, just kidding. No, Zip was fun to go with. We had such a great time out there. And I needed someone like Zip who was upset with himself, but patient with me, because I was all over the place. I mean, I remember very distinctly, and you're going to remember this, Zip. There was, I'm new. we're out there messing around. It's me and Zip and Shep together, and I'm shanking balls into water. There's, you know, I'm hitting like on a par 5, I'm hitting like 12 strokes. I mean, it was the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. And I was like, this,
I know what's coming.
And so we started falling behind, and people started kind of gaining on us, the next group behind us. So we were getting a lot of pressure, and Zip was feeling the pressure. Like me never being on a golf course before, I didn't really get that. I'm like, they'll wait till we're done. You know, there
were 4 elderly ladies that
I was like, I don't care. We paid to be here too, or you know, someone paid for us to be here. but you know, we get our time. This is my time. If it takes me 15 strokes, it takes me 15 strokes. And Zip's like, no, man, we gotta go. We gotta go. And so he starts putting pressure on me, and I'm already not good. And you put pressure on me, and I've got like in the middle of the fairway with a 9-iron, and Zip's in the golf cart, and he's like inching away. He's like, hit it, and I hit it, and I'm under so much pressure that I keep topping the ball, and it's just like bouncing like 20 feet in front of me. And then I'd run up, and then he's like, come on, you gotta get him. We gotta go. You're taking
You're
too
making
long.
me sound like a bad guy, right?
He was, I swear. And Zip was so serious about it. He's like, no, we have to go. And I just keep trying to hit it and keep trying to hit it, and it's going nowhere. And he's like, just pick it up and drop it on the green. And I'm like, okay,
oh my God.
But I understand now. I do. I understand more now than I did then, because then I was like, what are you talking about, man? Just let me focus and get this done. But no, they were ready to go. They were about to drive it in the back of our heads.
I thought you were going to talk about the one thing that you hit on the golf course that you shouldn't have hit.
Oh, that happened too. That happened too. So we nailed I nailed a garbage can that was hanging from a tree. I was stuck over in the trees, and I nailed this garbage can so hard that the lid flew like 20 feet in the air. Like, it was
the only time I didn't have my camera on.
Yeah.
The one thing I missed was this awesome trash can. Oh man. But no, that was a lot of fun. And so then you get home, you buy a couple of golf sets.
Now we've been playing, and I've been going with
playing.
Dale, and we've been having a great time. And I even played 18 holes alone a couple days ago, because
that's when you know you're addicted, or
yes,
you get the bug.
I'm out there. So I am not a good golf player by any means, but I went from that day, which was horrendous. Like, we didn't even keep track of it because there was a lot of digits and a lot of numbers. And so we went from that to again, just a couple days ago, hitting a 120, which was good for me, on a course that was pretty challenging. And again, for it only being the 5th time that I've been on a course. So I feel really good about it. If I'm able to hit 1 under par on a few holes, I'm like, man, I'm doing something right for it.
Those are called the birdie.
Yeah, whatever that's called. You know, I feel good about it, so I'm excited. So I'm like ready.
You're
to
hooked, and I love it, and I love that you're hooked.
I'm hooked. Stephanie hates you for it, because she's like, that's
more
the
time
last
away
thing.
from her.
Yeah, it's either dining reviews or golfing. So there will be no dining reviews, because
you should do a golf vlog, and I'll vlog it for you. I'll just get a cot and I'll just film you the whole time.
There you go.
I had a moment with my son last week on vacation. He's 8 years old, and I took him to his very first golf course. PJ played his very first golf course, not once, but we went out twice. He got to pay his age, so we only had to pay $8 for him, and his tees were like 75 yards up from the women's tees. So we weren't like, teeing off with us and then slowing up the people behind us. And I didn't have to yell at him like I yelled at Cory. But yeah, it was there were shorter holes for him, and he just loved it. And I let him drive the golf cart a couple of times, which he thought was amazing. We're over an hour. I just want to rapid through a few questions and
real quick though. Is
up?
That how all the golf courses are up there? You pay by your age? Because it's got to be getting really expensive for you.
For
buddy.
me,
it's got to be getting really expensive.
It's if you're under 12 years old, you pay your age. So no, I don't. Thank God I don't pay my age, because it was a lot cheaper. You got a few more minutes, Cory, just to do some rapid questions.
Yeah, I shut off the timer at the beginning. I had set it and then I shut it off. So,
which part are you going to miss more this year? The Halloween or the Christmas? Christmas. Favorite park?
Oh man, I always say it's a a tie between Magic Kingdom and Epcot.
I always say Magic Kingdom just because I choke up every time I walk in that place. Favorite resort? It's got to be the Poly, I would think, or
Poly, and we've never stayed, but that might change soon.
We've stayed twice, and it's Nicole's favorite. I still like the Yacht Club. I just love it. I love it over there. Favorite restaurant on property? I know quick serve is Cook's, so we don't have to.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw right now because I'm missing it really bad. It's changing all the time. Toledo.
Nice.
Missing it. It was so much fun.
Festival at Epcot. Which one?
Oh, Flower and Garden by far.
Character dining.
You know, we haven't done as much of the character dinings, but we really enjoyed. We had a good time at breakfast at Ohana. The character dining there was a lot of fun.
We did that with Stitch and Leo.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, we did that. That was actually really good. And they had the kids go around like in the parade and follow.
Yeah, and I just love Poly. I love like the relaxing, like the Hawaii music. You know, just all of it was just so much fun.
Favorite Disney, favorite pizza in Disney besides Via Napoli.
Favorite pizza in Disney besides, oh man, that's a hard one. Because there's just not a lot of good pizza on property. But I'll tell you, I'm going to cheat and say, because it is on property, but it's not in a park. And it is over
Blaze.
in, no, it's over in Golden Oak. And the Four Seasons Italian restaurant there called Ravello. I've talked about Ravello a bunch, guys. If you've never been to Ravello, you have to go check out Ravello. It's such a cool little like chic Italian place in the Four Seasons, which is amazing, in Golden Oak. Like if you've never been back there, make a reservation, go into Golden Oak, look at those amazing houses. Like it's what you would expect. It's amazing back there. And then the resort, the Four Seasons back there, is one of the nicest hotels in Orlando. It's amazing, beautiful. It's beautiful. And Ravello is right downstairs from the lobby. So you can go into Ravello, have some food, and their pizzas are they're so good. So good.
We'll have to check it out.
And all handmade pastas. Oh man.
I know this answer, but I've been asking it with everyone I interviewed. Rise or Flight?
For me, I'm gonna say right now, I'm gonna still say if I could only have one, that's the way I'll phrase it. Because when I think about it right now, like if someone said, here, you can go walk right on this ride or this ride, which would it be? It would probably be Rise still, just because I haven't ridden it as much. And I feel like I'm still seeing new things. So I would say that. But if you told me today that one had to go and you could only have one forever, I would say get rid of Rise and keep Flight.
Oh, there you go. I like it, Corey. I think
that there is, because it's still, Rise is still newer to me, so I like seeing the new stuff. But the experience, it takes a while, and the once you get on the attraction, that has some rewritability. Once you're actually in the vehicle, there's enough going on. It keeps your attention. But the whole like lead up to it, which is all part of the experience, is immersive. It's cool, but it's just, where you want to just keep doing it over and over again. Flight of Passage is a different story. Like every time, like I must have ridden that thing 50 times now, and every time you're on it, you feel like that same thing where you're like, how in the world am I this immersed like in this attraction? It's insane. I love watching the people around me now. Yeah, that are like, if you hear that's their first time, and just ask them when you get off, like, how'd you like it? It's mind blowing. I just love it. Yeah, there's been times when I go on and I'll look behind me and just check out the mechanics of it all, because your whole room is like moving. It's really trippy. You look back and like the whole thing's moving around and stuff. Just because I like the nerdy part of that. But then if I went today, I would I purposely make myself experience it like I'm experiencing it for the first time. Yep. And right before the wall comes up, and disappears, they draw you to the screen. because there's all this stuff like beeping and flashing around, and they want you looking at the screen. It's part of the experience because you get that bright flash in your eye,
Yep.
which messes your vision up and you don't see the wall going up.
Right.
So like if I was writing it today, I'd go into it going, okay, I'm gonna just focus on just doing this as I would naturally do it, as the Imagineers wanted you to. And when you do that, when you focus on that and then you lose your vision and that thing comes up and you don't see it move, from that point on, you're just like totally immersed in it. And it's easy on certain things like that. When you know it's coming, you don't let yourself like get immersed in it. But when you do that, it's amazing. And so, yeah, I'm with you, man. Let's keep
it's so great.
I mean, let's keep flight.
What's up, Chris? Blue Nose. The best part of a Rise was when I got off of it and I saw you. You're like, what'd you think of it, doodad?
I know. I was expecting Zip to be all grumpy cat about it, and he's like, "It was good. It was good, but I like Flight better. I like Flight better. It's it's no Flight of Passage." And Dave's like, "What are you talking about? What are you talking about?" It's like
I ruined it for Dave.
Dave's like, it's like way better, and you're like, yeah.
Well, Dave didn't get on it yet. You guys were waiting to get on it.
Oh yeah.
Well, you've
true.
been on
that's
it,
true.
I believe. But Dave, Shep, and Steve, they.
I was just looking for a reason to do an imitation of Dave.
All right, just a couple of quick things. Since Disney's changed a little bit right now, there's lesser crowds. Do you like going there right now with the lesser crowds and missing out on the parades and the fireworks, or do you wish it could be back to? I mean, we all wish it could be back to what it was, but I mean, the crowds must make getting in line and everything easier. Because I haven't been. I know you go a lot more than most of us in the chat. So how do you compare it? And I know we all miss a lot of the old school, but
it's different. It's not the same. It doesn't feel the same. Like there is when you walk into Magic Kingdom right now and you go under the train station, you come out in Town Square there, it's different. It's just right away you feel it. You know that it's not the same as it normally is. And I think there's multiple reasons for that. One of them is just there's this just mental thing that's there, that what's going on. Everyone's wearing masks. It's a different feel.
Yeah.
There's less people, which obviously makes it a different experience than what you would normally have. But then there's little things that, again, I didn't say it was bad. I just said it was different.
Right.
There's things that make it more special than it was before. Like when I went into stream this last week, I walked in to Town Square. This was before the stream. So I think my stream started at 5. I got there around 4 o'clock. So I go at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, walk into Town Square. From the moment I went under the train station, I didn't see a cast member. I turn the corner. I see a couple people kind of walking onto Main Street out of Town Square. One camera guy out in front of the Roy statue taking a picture of somebody. And then nobody, like in Town Square.
Wow.
Nobody. And I turn.
Kind of spooky.
And Goofy, Max, and Clarabelle are all standing on the train station, but there's nobody around. And so they focus directly on me, and they're like waving at me, and Goofy's like dancing, and Max is doing stuff. And I'm looking around, there's nobody. And I just walk right over the train station, like, what is up, guys? I'm just messing with them. And they're just like dancing. And I'm like, I'm telling Goofy to do. I don't feel awkward doing it because there's no one even there watching. And that
could have been a great TikTok.
It would have been, but actually that's the other thing I'm really bad at, is like social media stuff. Like I could have done a whole little Instagram thing, but I too much
You're
like in the moment in those things. And and it was so cool. And it reminded me of Disneyland right away, because the way the cavalcades are, the way that you go over into Tomorrowland and Stitch and Buzz Lightyear are just like standing on the stage. These characters are just like coming out, even though you're distance away from them. The way that they're just like, they make the park more alive than what they've been in the past. And that's what I always loved. It was that special touch about Disneyland, is that you would walk in and there would be Cruella de Vil just like standing there. And then you go around the corner and there's Mickey Mouse like just standing on Main Street. Like, you don't see that here, and the way that they've incorporated that has been really, really cool. And so I think that there's a mix. It's different, starkly different. You feel it, you notice it. The less crowds are good when it really is, or having the no fast pass and having less people is good when it really is limited. But there have been days we've seen in recent where the parks have gotten busy, like that whatever their capacity number is higher than what the day normally has there. And when that happens, we've gotten spoiled now without the fast passes, because we've gotten spoiled with these short lines where you don't need the fast pass. And then when suddenly something has a 20-minute line, you're like, or heaven forbid it's 30 minutes. You're like, man, I'm not waiting in that line. I wouldn't do that without a fast pass.
Well, especially if you're on a live stream, you don't want to stand in line for 30 minutes as well.
Exactly. So, but overall, the experiences that I've had have still been very positive. There's definitely things that you miss out on, like the after the fireworks shows, things like that. And there is something different about the whole, what I refer to it as, kind of like the cattle lanes, the way they've set up some of the attractions, and having the plastic hanging in front of the skipper on the Jungle Cruise, that I do think, even though you're on it, you're experiencing it, you're in Disney, it's fun, there's still just this like stark reminder of what's going on, and you're looking at someone through plastic. It takes away from it takes away from that connection. But I've gotten used to the low crowds. That is that's been a positive for sure.
See, Happily Ever After, I think, would be what I would miss the most, just because that's our favorite part of Disney, just seeing that show, and hopefully it comes back sooner than later.
Yeah, I miss the nighttime shows. It's interesting. I've heard some say that we may never see Epcot Forever again, which is something that I didn't think about. We may go right into Harmonious, which would make sense. But man,
all this time to transition. You're right.
No one knew that would be the last time we would see Epcot Forever. The last stream we did in Epcot, we watched Epcot Forever. And that was the night that they announced that Disney would be closing. And they announced that. We broke it on the stream while we were there at Epcot.
Wow. Yeah, I remember that.
Came out. So,
and I think I was there just the week before that, when I went to the Arnold Palmer golf tournament, and Mickey's Runaway Railroad just opened up, and we were hanging out at Top Golf. I think it was like a week and a half right after that.
That's true, man. All that happened. That's true.
So
yeah, you're gonna have to get back down here so we can golf. So I can beat you now in Top Golf. We know wherever we golf, it's going to be much cheaper for me to play than it is for you now. That's something we learned tonight.
Up north, you're gonna have to come up north. And PJ's in the chat. What's up, PJ? I'll be right up with you, buddy. Well, Cory, we're well over an hour. I can't thank you enough. Like I said, I haven't gotten nervous for a live stream in a long time, and I was a little nervous tonight, especially with being in my basement. Being in the first stream in my basement, I wanted it to go smooth. I wanted it to be a home run, and I think you hit a grand slam with it.
I was nervous to be in your basement too, but you insisted. So I was
like, anything you want to shout out coming up? Your live stream on Thursday, or any future goals or anything like that as we wrap it up?
We'll be live on Thursday. I'm not sure where yet, because that's how things kind of work. Is that on Tuesday, which we lost the day this week because of the holiday. I'm thrown off. I usually would know by now, but I don't. So be on the lookout tomorrow. At some point, we'll announce once I decide what we're going to do. And we'll have fun. We'll be doing our normal. We may start a little bit early on Thursday. We may, just because of the hours and change of things. But it'll be fun. It'll be a fun Thursday night stream. And I look forward to seeing everyone there. And yes, there will be a dining review coming up here shortly, and then more being filmed over the next couple weeks here, as we have the ability to do it now. So I'm excited, and I thank you, buddy. Thanks for having me on here. It's been a lot of fun. The new studio looks amazing.
Thank you.
The channel's amazing. The family's amazing and growing. And congratulations again. It is so soon. It is like so soon. Like
32 weeks today. So it's creeping.
Wow.
It's great, friend.
Wow, man, it is going to be here before you know it. It's
Oh.
just, you know it. You've been through it before even I did. But all I can say is sleep now. Please sleep now.
I know. I remember. But yeah, dude, we didn't even get into like hanging out in zombie camp and our live streams and doing things together. So we'll have to have you on again eventually.
Let's act like we're ending it, but then let's go into a bonus stream.
Let's bonus stream.
We'll
go
on zombie camp.
You know what? You go live on your stream and we'll do karaoke night and we'll both sing.
No, we're not doing that.
No, but Cory, thank you so much for being here. 170 plus all night long. Thank you guys so much.
Guys.
Pete, thank you for calling in. Thank you so much for everybody.
Smash that thumbs up, guys.
Yes, subscribe to Cory. I know everyone here is, but just in case
there's
one person.
If some of you came over tonight from my channel and you're not yet subscribed to Zip, make sure that you subscribe here to Zip. Zip has a fantastic. Let's all go golfing. Dale, I'm ready now.
Dale, what's up, buddy?
Course open.
I love it. But yeah, so thank you guys so much. Cory, Thursday night, check them out. I'll be there. I know you guys will be there. Cory, thanks for having on. Thank you for having me on. Thank you for
yes, thank you. Thank you for being. I can't even. When I try and do a Zip voice, I end up doing like, "Thank you for being here with us," and that does not sound like Zip at all.
I hope it doesn't. But thank you, Cory, and we'll see you Thursday night. Bye, guys. Have a good night.